Well, here we are across from the Schermerhorn Symphony Hall in downtown Nashville. It's right around the corner from the Country Music Hall of Fame. The reason I picked this location was to talk a little bit about the history of the mandolin itself. Some viewers may not be familiar with the instrument. It's not as popular as it once was. The mandolin comes to us from Europe and originally started in Eastern Europe as only a four-string instrument. When it got to Italy, through migrations of people, it was added a second course of strings. The mandolin and the violin family are actually related. As you have a violin, a viola, and a cello, you have a mandolin, a mandola, and a mandocello, all in commensurate tunings to the violin family. So the mandolin then added a second course of strings when it got to Italy. It migrated across Gaul through France and ended up in the British Isles. And it got to America in really three different ways. The Italian immigrants, obviously, coming to New York City. The British Isles, coming to the entire eastern seaboard, Scots, Irish, and British. And also through the Yiddish tradition. Klezmer music, Jewish traditional music, also uses the mandolin. So the mandolin came to us from three different traditional backgrounds. When it got to America, it became a part of our folk canon and evolved into the instrument that we see today through the auspices of the Gibson Corporation. And it was about the 1920s that the instrument finally took this shape when a young genius designer by the name of Lloyd Loar began working for the Gibson Corporation in about 1920. And Lloyd Loar signed a handful of mandolins while he was in charge of production and design. And those mandolins are worth a small fortune. They are the holy grails of mandolins. And he also designed the L5 guitar series that Mother Maybelle made famous. So Lloyd Loar is directly responsible for this particular design. And I'd like to do a song that sort of calls back to some of its classical